Hello everyone, my name is Denise and today I'll be talking on the topic, the germ of sinful love. This is a follow-up video of one video that I just did previously on the types of love, a Catholic perspective. So I made some mistakes there, not glaringly horrifying mistakes, but some minor mistakes that I wish to clarify in today's video. Okay, first let me talk about this idea of sinful love. So love and sinful love can be quite paradoxical because love is good, God is love, love is good, then how can it be sinful? So we talk about that, the seed of moral evil. Let me just start by, first I'll be taking references from this book by Pope John Paul II, Love and Responsibility. Okay, let me just get to that paragraph. If we are considering the structure of sin, it must however be emphasized that neither sensuality nor carnal desire is in itself a sin. Catholic theology sees in concupiscence only the germ of sin. It is difficult to deny that the germ of sin is present in the constant tendency to lust after the body of a person of the other sex as an object of enjoyment when our attitude to persons should be supra-utilitarian. Okay, so what it's saying is that just in the previous video I mentioned that when you have concupiscence, the desire to act on that on using someone else's body for enjoyment, then it crosses the line to sin or to lust. But according to this book, according to Pope John Paul II, it's not so. Even concupiscence is not lust or a sin just yet, although it contains in itself the germ of sin, which is like the germ would be like this in a seed form, like germination comes from the word germinate, so the germ of sin. Okay, so let me move forward. The truth of original sin explains a very basic and very widespread evil that a human being encountering another person of the other sex does not simply and spontaneously experience love, but a feeling muddied by the longing to enjoy, which often overshadows loving kindness and robs love of its true nature, leaving only the outward appearance intact. Okay, so the rest of the chapter talks a lot about how sensuality, which is about body and sensations, okay, and sentimentality can cloud what true love is. Like I mentioned in my previous video, true love is to love the person in an integrated way, in a full way. So I'm not going to just go very deeply into that topic again. You can watch that previous video. But today I just want to talk about this interesting thing that I read that is kind of sweet and kind of nice. Okay, come, let me read this to you. It's on page 180. But it starts at 179. Oh yeah, let me find exactly where to start. Hence, the feeling of inviolability. In the woman, it expresses itself like this: you must not touch me, not even in your secret carnal thoughts. And in the man, like this: I must not touch her, not even with a deeply hidden wish to enjoy her, for she cannot be an object of use. This fear of contact, which is so characteristic of persons who truly love each other, is an indirect way of affirming the value of a person as such. And this, as we know, is the constituent part of love in the proper, that is, the ethical sense of the word, which means that if you really fall in love with a person and it is a very chaste love, then there will be a need to want to push that person away from you. So odd, right? But those who've been in love will understand it. Like, don't come so close to me. If you come so close to me, I'll be clouded by and muddied by this aura of sensuality or sentimentality. For women, mostly it's emotions. For men, mostly is sensuality, which is like sensations, body sensations. And as a result, I won't be able to see you clearly for who you really are and to love you for you as a whole person. Of course, in this day and age, sometimes it's in a very selfish way. I can hear it in a more self-protective way, like, don't come so close to me, don't touch me, don't become so nice to me just yet. I want to keep you at arm's length at a distance so that I can get to know you fully for who you are first, without being muddied by any sensuality or sentimentality. So that's good. So it's protective, but it also creates space for true love to grow. So compare that to like sometimes, no, I'm not saying that all of us are like that, but there's some subcultures within this world that they actually like to engage in like casual sex or one night stands, or like you know, oh, do you know things progress super fast? Within the first 2 dates we started to have sex, and then I'm officially his girlfriend, and then just actually in that case it really is too fast already. Because once you start having sex, then the raw material, which is sensuality and sentimentality, all gets used up and get burned off, and you cannot get that really full integrating value of that person. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the moral of the story is, even if you feel that this urge, this sensation, it is not really a mortal sin or a sin per se, but it contains within it the germ of sin. Okay, if I can just share with you another example. Somewhere along your life, you might stumble upon what I call an erotic experience. It can happen like maybe, okay, I've heard this story. There's this woman, she went camping with 3 of her guy friends. So at night, one of her tent where she's sleeping alone, it keeps blowing off. So one of the men had to go to sleep in the same tent as her, and the other 2 men remain in their own tent. So that for her remained, although they never had any sexual contact or physical contact, it remained as an erotic experience, being able to sleep in a small tent with the man overnight. So if you're young and that's the ultimate erotic experience that you've ever experienced, then your mind will naturally drift to that experience. Okay, so is that a sin? The answer is no. But if after a while you got into a habit of actively trying to drift into that memory and imagine more and more and stuff like that, then it begins to evolve into a more sinful, lustful pattern. So okay, I'm just saying that because some people, especially myself, have the tendency to obsess. So as you obsess, the narrative starts to change, your original memory starts to shift. So okay, the point is, why did I make this correction video? I don't want you to go back and think that you're so sinful and like just because I have these fantasies or these thoughts, I've committed a mortal sin. No. There is a Pope John Paul II said those are not sin, although they constitute the germ of sin, but they're not per se sin per se. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, kindly press like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you and God bless.